morning. It's 5:30 a.m. We are here at Kathmandu Airport waiting to go through to get our ticket for Lungla and start our adventure. It's not too cold this morning, and there's not too many people here, but there are a few other trekkers here. Wow, that was thrilling. Okay, we are leaving Lungla behind us and heading off into the national park, and we are on our way to Phak Ding. So I will keep you abreast as we get along. Okay, we made it to our first suspension bridge, one of many. So here's what it looks like, and we're gonna walk across it. Why don't you come along with me? Okay. How you doing? Kind of a long way down. I need to pay attention. So hopefully I'm getting some good footage of me crossing my first suspension bridge. This is Phak Ding. We got to cross the bridge and then go all the way out to that far red roof, and that's where we're staying tonight. And all of this water is coming from the Khumbu Glacier from Everest Base Camp. Okay, I'm here in my room in Phak Ding. It has a Western style toilet and a shower and 2 beds, carpeted floors, and a nice window that I'm going to put my solar panel in right now. Himalayan Glacier Adventure Company really hooked me up. This is really nice compared to some of the ones that I've seen. Okay, good morning, day 2. We are here in Phak Ding. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, getting up to pack up and get ready to have breakfast at 6:30 and then leave here by 7. We will be trekking through Manjo and then on to Namche Bazaar. Today's the day we get to cross the Hillary Bridge, which is the longest, highest suspension bridge, footbridge, I believe, in the world. So we'll see how that goes. I'll check back in with you later. Got the donkey train coming through. They already dropped off all their stuff. So this is,
Bangor.
we are in Danga,
Bangor.
Bangor,
Yes.
and we're making our way up the valley. And then there are these guys that, this is how everything gets up the mountain, on somebody's back. So we're just waiting another minute, and we're going to start across the suspension bridge. Okay, we left Phuoc Dinh this morning. We trekked all the way through Mon Jo, and now we just stopped at lunch at the Friendship Lodge. The next part of the trek is supposed to be a little bit difficult. We're going to be crossing the Hillary Bridge and then the 2-hour uphill trek to Nemche Bazaar. So one day at a time, one step at a time, and we will get there. We are right on schedule. We left at 7, almost 7:30, and it's now 11. So we're right on time, and we have about another 2.5 hours to go. Here we are. I made it to the Hillary Bridge. So from here, it's pretty much straight up there to Nemche Bazaar. 4 kilometers, about a 2-hour walk. Okay, here we are at Nemche Bazaar. I made it. Man, it was a tough climb. But Phuoc Dinh to Nemche Bazaar, and here we are. It's raining and frozen mix, but we made it. And we're gonna go find our tea house, and we're gonna put on our comfy clothes and have some hot tea and good fellowship. So I will check in with you in a little bit. Okay, here we are in Nemche Bazaar. Here's my room. I have 2 beds and a sink and a bathroom with a Western toilet and a shower. But because it's raining and been cloudy, there's no hot shower. So we're just gonna have to suck it up. So this is my accommodations for the next 2 days. Everything is wet because it rained. So I'm gonna put up a clothesline here in the bathroom and see if I can't get stuff to start to dry. Okay, good morning. Day 3. We are in Nemche Bazaar for our acclimatization day, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's pretty cold. It's somewhere around 32 to 35 degrees. So let me give you a little view where I'm at. This view from my hotel room, and so today we are going to head up to the Everest Overlook Hotel and to the Hillary Museum, and so we're gonna hike high and then come back and sleep here tonight and then start our day 4, and I will talk about that later. So good morning. Here we are at Everest Overlook Park, and there in the background is our goal, that high peak all the way in the back. Let's see if we can, I can't zoom in. And so we're gonna go all the way up there to get a better view, but the view here is absolutely spectacular. So we started. This is the Khumbu Valley. I'm now moving up the Khumbu Valley. And there in the background will be heading toward Tengboche, about a 6-hour walk from here. So we're gonna have breakfast and get started. Get an early start so we can have an early finish. Relax at the next lodge. So here's a little bit of a last look of Nemche Bazaar early in the morning. It's quiet and it's a little cold this morning. Lucky for me today, pretty flat for a while. So it'll be just Nepalese flat. Yeah, that's a relative term. So I will check back in with you as we go along. Have a nice day. The valley we came up, and now we're walking again on the Nemche Highway, which is what they call Nepalese flat. So it means kind of up and down, but this part of the trail is really, really nice. Dirt, not too many rocks, so we're able to travel a little faster. And the sun's coming out, so it'll start to warm up because it's a little bit cold. It's a yak attack.
Yak.
Namaste. So here we go. Right about in the middle, and so this is the view from one side, and then this is a view from the other side, and all of this water is coming off of the Khumbu Glacier. We are here. There's Ashish inside the house, and now we just got to go up just a little bit more, but I'm gonna go through here, and I'm gonna spin the prayer wheel, so come along, because I need a prayer. That's what I definitely need. So I'm coming in, and yeah, baby. Oh money, 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 oh money. Oh, money.
Look, guys, there's a mandala. Nice painting.
And now we are walking into Tengboche. Good morning. Today is day 5. We are leaving Tengboche, heading to Dingboche, and so here we are in Tengboche. That's the monastery up here, and then as we go out, we're heading up through the valley, and the one peak way in the back that's kind of poking up, that's Her Majesty. That is Mount Everest right there. It's a beautiful day, and we're going to be starting out. And then if you look up, that is Mother Mountain, or Abi Dablum. And so continue on. We're walking through the rhododendron forest, and we came upon this prayer wall. So these are all prayers that are written in stone. Some of them are really old, and you can see trying to get a cool shot here. way off in the distance is where we started at Tengboche, and we kind of came down to that little village, and now we're walking along this really nice highway, and we're heading back up the Khumbu Valley. We're gonna cross over down a little bit and then back up. I can't even imagine trying to navigate that load going up the hill. Okay, we made it up the valley. We're now heading down into the valley, and we're gonna start our climb up that path to Tengboche, where we will spend 2 days at Tengboche. The next one, so tomorrow we will climb to the top of this hill here. For me it's a mountain, but we'll be at 5,000 feet and come back down, and then we'll sleep low to help acclimatize. So it's been a long walk so far. Got some weather moving in, so we need to get going so we can get to the tea house and get into some comfy clothes and have something to eat. We are making our approach to Tengboche, where we'll spend 2 nights, and then I'm not sure, but I think that path up there is where we're gonna hike up to. Day 6, we're here in Tengboche for our acclimatization day. We're gonna go and attempt to climb to 5,000 feet, 5,000 meters, and come back down for lunch. So here's a quick little scan of where we are, and I will check back in with you a little bit later this afternoon, let you know how it goes. Here we are, we're at 14,000 feet, and we're looking down on the town of, or the village of Tengboche, coming all the way up the valley toward Island Peak. And today we are heading up higher. We're going up for 5,000 meters, and then tomorrow we're going to come up to here, and then we go this way to Loboche. So from here it's Nepalese Flat. And I'll check back in with you when we get to the top. It is now snowing. Imagine that in the mountains. This is going to make for an interesting trek tomorrow morning. We will see how much it leaves on the ground or not, but it looks like it's already starting to collect, and it looks like it's snowing pretty heavy. So we will see what happens. Day 7. We are here at the Hotel Countryside in Tengboche, getting ready to start out for Loboche. And we're here in the tea room. And very nice. Very, very nice. The food was great. And that's Dolly. She's the owner and proprietor. She took really good care of me. Okay, here we are on the Everest Highway, heading this way up the Khumbu Valley. There's Sumjab, my faithful porter, friend, guide, and so we're coming back, and this is kind of where we came from, up the top of that hill there. And this is my lead guide. This is Ashish, takes care of everything, makes sure I'm well, and these guys take really good care of me. They have nicknames for each other. I haven't figured that out yet, but this big rock fall with this water running through it is all the water is coming from the Khumbu Glacier down through the Khumbu Valley. We did our climb out after lunch. We are now at the Everest Climbers Memorial Site, where they built memorials for all of the climbers who have been killed trying to summit Mount Everest. I'm just going to pan around a little bit. I'm not going to video. I think that might be a little disrespectful, but unfortunately there seems to be a lot of them along the ridge there. And then way back up in here, there's a memorial for the 1996 Everest team that was just about everybody was killed. So this is where we came from, and this is the view. It's a yak attack. You gotta get out of their way, man. They could be a little bit mean and ornery. You definitely don't want to be on the downhill side. They'll hip check you and send you down the hill. Here we are, we're at 16,622 feet, looking down on the Khumbu Glacier, and then there's Sunjab. Don't know what I'd do without him. And way off there in the distance, all of that ice, that's Everest Base Camp. And then we continue on, and then a big pile of black rocks is Kalapathar, and kind of in between those two is Gorak Shep. So that's where we're headed. We got about another hour and a half, 2-hour trek. Have a quick bite to eat, and then off to Everest Base Camp. I made it to base camp. There's the climbers camp. There's the entrance to the climbers camp, which we're not allowed to go into. But this is the Khumbu Glacier, and there's the Khumbu ice fall that the climbers have to go through, and the glacier moves along on down the valley with that beautiful blue ice. I made it here. Probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Probably one of the worst decisions I've ever made, but also one of the best decisions I've ever made. You really find out who you are. So it's almost time for us to start heading back toward Gorak Shep for the night. We got another 2.5-hour trek back, and it's been quite an experience getting here. My two guides, Ashish and Sunjab, have taken care of everything, made sure I was taken care of and had everything I needed. And so there we are. We have arrived. We completed the mission. The next part of the mission is to get home, and that's what I'm going to do. GoPro, stop recording. was Ashish giving it a good turn, and every time the bell rings, that releases the prayers to the gods. So, from my fire department guys, there's the FTC for the. We are leaving Namche Bazaar, and these are supposed to be the automatic prayer wheels run by water, which is, gotta watch out, it's slippery. But as the water flows, it's supposed to turn the prayer wheels. But unfortunately, they're not turning. And the new mission is to make it back home. Okay, we had a quick helicopter ride to get out of Lukma. Now we're on our way to Kathmandu via a jeep ride. But at least we were able to get out because the weather is still crappy and get back to Kathmandu. Here we go. All right, next part of the adventure. Sambunat, or they call it the Monkey Temple. And there's Kathmandu.